Alright guys, so we're going to go over a little bit of um, just trading view. A lot of you guys don't know how to add like the moving averages or even the DOA, so we'll delete all this. So let's gonna go ahead and let's add like an indicator. We'll type in, well first we'll add the DOA sniper, put that back on, moving average, get two of those. We'll come over here, edit them. I do the 200. I like to make my 200 red. I like the price line, and I make it thick. Okay, and I do 50. Do blue, thick. Same thing with the price line. Okay, snipers on. So that's just sort of all I use. A lot of people use more than that, but that's good. Good enough. Okay, so what I'm looking at for this week, docu, depending on, let's see what US30 is looking like. Okay, yeah, docu for sure. Only reason why I'm liking the looks of docu here is we've got, I think it goes back even further if I don't remember correctly. No, this was it. Also, if you don't have the extended hours on, it's down over here in this corner. I always have the extended hours on. Yeah, docu around this area, because this was July 6th, 15th, 24th. It hovers around this area for a couple days, and then it bounces right back off. Looks like about 30 bucks, sometimes more. And it's consistent. Obviously, this was earnings hype prior to earnings, so I'm not expecting anything crazy like that. But I definitely think we're going to hit that 50, which is back to 205, and then test the 200 for sure. Hopefully back to 216-ish area, I believe. So 45. Yeah, I think it's 216. Yeah, 216, 215. And if you look at that, 45 minute before close, green DOA, baby. It's looking sexy. Docu's a good one. Pretty bullish on that one for this week. Just because, look at that downtrend, first of all. Yee! It's about time that goes back. And there's just so many zones that it's bounced off, so I'm excited about that one. Spy is a monster. Triple bottom. I don't know here. This could go either way. I think Tiffany said that the flow was coming off bearish, or bullish, I mean. But, we'll see what happens. If anything, we go test the 50. But I think the next zone down was like 324. So, I mean, it's going to be a big Big drop. Shit could hit the fan. I think Powell said he's talking again this week, so that's no good. That could be bad. Knee. I know Tiffany wanted to get in knee for sure. I'm gonna end up going for March 2021. It makes consistent gains, and it hovers, but with a leap, I think it'd be good about 300, 350. Pay a little extra, but this one could be solid. Knee. Even Kodak. I saw Kodak. I think it was firing on the 2 hour. Yeah, just refired on the 2 hour. Back up to about 15. It just depends on what happens this week. I don't know. I don't actually like the looks of it. What I am excited about, though, for battery day, I think it's lack. I think I called that out. We all called it out when it was like 9:30, and now it's kind of running. Hopefully that one goes up a little bit higher, especially because of battery day. What I do want to talk about is Bank of America. Let me pull that one up. I'm just saying, we're looking. I think we've got a little triple bottom here on Bank of America, so this zone is ready to bring us back up to $26. So I'm probably going to be doing a Bank of America call. Yeah, my chart on Bank of America is a fucking mess, but it's pretty accurate. So Bank of America is like my little baby. She make me money. She bring home bread. Yeah, no, I'm definitely gonna end up doing a call, depending on see what we open up at tomorrow. I think we could see 26 for sure. Make a quick couple of hundred. We'll see what oil's doing in the morning. But Val, I think is a lot of puts or calls are going in for Val. So yeah, I think calls for sure. Yeah. I think what was the other one? I think it was Apple. No, it wasn't Apple. Might have been Red Rock. No. Also, if you guys aren't in this stock that I'm in, that it's on like TD Ameritrade only. It's called PLNHF. It's a weed stock, right? So I've been in it since like March. I paid like $1.20, wherever it may be. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, they've just opened up a new location out, or started developing a new location out in LA. It's huge here in Vegas. It's an OTC stock, so it's definitely one that like you're just gonna sit on for a period of time. But I think this one's got huge potential because especially if it gets on the actual exchange. Right now it's OTC, so TD Ameritrade, and they charge a heavy premium, so it's not something you can scalp. It's like $10 just to get in and out. So remember that. Large positions on only. It's something you're gonna sit on. So long term, just like VET. Um, VET is the crypto which I'm gonna make a video on next. I think just sort of how to go ahead and make like a Coinbase, a Binance, set it all up, and go ahead and be able to even purchase vet. It's like a 3 day process, to be honest with you. It's not something that's easy, especially if you don't have instant deposit on Coinbase to be able to send over to Binance to then be able to buy vet. And then vet's process within itself is like a pain in the ass. Like 3 tier levels, they want like all kinds of information on like address, your utility bills and stuff. It's a pain, but for the most part, uh, vet is definitely something, a long term one, just like PLNHF. I just bought Tillery. Like I think Kevin made a joke that they had the cure for COVID, so I put like $23,000 into it. Just because I know that they're past, if weed goes legal, man. Like I think they at one point were like $200. This, and I don't know the current process of where they were now, but yeah, that thing tapped almost 300. Even if it doesn't do that again, it's something I've got in my back pocket now, especially if weed gets legal. So, and with everything going on, I feel like we need tax money, but we'll see. I don't know. Worst case scenario, I've just got a bunch of Tillery for no point. Also, PCG is the same as LAC. They're making the largest facility in California, I believe. I think it was Northern. I don't remember. It just got out of bankruptcy, uh, but it should be good. Next year, I've got leaps for 2022, I think of January. But my strike price is 15, 20, and 25. Did a little sprinkle. I don't know if it's ever going to get that high, but just in case, if news hype next year about the largest facility for lithium batteries, causes it to go crazy, then you know what? We're going to be in it. We're going to be ready. So I've got that set up right now. I've got not very many, but like 200 contracts. It's like 40 cents each on the 20 or something, $25. That one's a long term. Might not even hit. That's just a YOLO, whatever. I'm looking at Disney because I believe they still got. To me, Disney's undervalued, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm pretty sure Tiffany would agree with me on that one. And then Tesla. Fucking madness. The FOMO on this one's real. If you caught it this last week with me and Kev, it was about right here. It's like 378. That's where it gapped up to at the open. So we were looking at it right on here on September 11th. So September 14th, we ended up calling that out. Rode that up. Let's say almost $100. It was like $80. I ended up selling that day, but we'll see here. The news should bring it up good. We'll see. Tesla for sure is going to run. I bet it. There's just no way it's not going to retest the all-time high before Battery Day on Tuesday after hours. You know, I don't personally see it hitting $600, but you know what? Tesla is its own beast. That thing could pop. But what does that equate to? Because they just did the split, right? Of 5 to 1. So 600 times 5 is like $3,000. Is their stock worth $3,000? I don't know. Do people think it is worth it? Sure. I guess they just made those tunnels underground in Vegas here, so I mean, that's pretty badass. Guess we'll wait and see. Could be cool. Maybe they've got a lot more up their sleeve than we know. Maybe it is that million charge battery that we can, that'd be nice. We'll see. I have no idea how it's going to react, but there's people with sweeps of like 9 million for 5. Was it 5 or 550? I think it was 500. So we can definitely probably expect to at least see 500. So your 600 calls, because I know a lot of you guys have 600 calls for YOLO. It might it's probably going to open up tomorrow, eating up a lot of your profit. So it's going to need to jump up. But besides that, I mean, DocU, Tesla, SPY, Bank of America for sure. I'm going to be looking at. I'm not feeling anything to do with SPY right now. I'm in calls, but it's being too much of an annoyance. Just playing with my emotions. For the most part, I'm liking the looks of Tesla. Nice consolidation. Tesla doesn't need long to consolidate before it pops up. In fact, it sort of looks like right here, right when they did the stock split, hit the 200. This was after hours, so it doesn't necessarily look like that. But after hours, it hit the 200 moving, popped up because I remember I bought it, and that was when I made the 45,000 trade just on here. I think I sold, ended up running up more. Nothing I could do about that, but it is what it is. But it almost looks exactly like this right here that we just witnessed. A little bit more consolidation though, but looks like we're now at this little section here, and we can see it probably pop back up. So for sure, retest to 500 probably before battery day. I bet that's going to happen tomorrow. Not all-time high though, because this is after hours. Technically, the all-time high during hours is 502-ish. But I like to look at the after hours because technically it was there at one point. Somebody bought it. Mistakes or not, but you know, we'll see it. We'll see what happens. Yeah.